the second the bell rings, you can just look at some people and you can just tell. They're scared to death. And the first type of assertion that I have, asserting myself on that other person, you can feel, almost instantly if the person's gonna give or not. In the ring, my thoughts are pretty pure. I'm gonna hurt him before he hurts me, and if he hurts me, I'm gonna hurt him twice as bad. Like, I've gotten punched, and there's like two reactions you can have from a punch. You can cower away from it, or you can want to punish the person for punching you. And I developed the second one. If I get kicked or if I get punched, I'm gonna try to physically impose my will on this person. Saying, you punch me, but you know what? Feel this.
There you go. There you go. He's hurt, buddy.
You feel this person just let go and totally wither away. That's a pretty powerful thing. When I started, I just was having fun. I just felt like I was on a whole different level. And then I had this animal instinct in me that took over. And then it turns to a point where it just gets really twisted around. And at the end of this whole run here, I was left holding absolutely nothing. As far as what I was in it for, you'd ask me, and I'd be like, God, let's see, I don't know why I'm in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it right in there.
All right.
Hi, Mark.
It's Rob.
Welcome back. You must be jet lagged a little bit.
Yeah, man, I just flew in this morning. I torqued up actually two things, my shoulder and my knee.
Why don't you take off your shirt?
This dude just came out ready to fight, man.
Now, what happened with the shoulder? What position was the shoulder?
You know what? I think it's just rotator.
Did you lose any motion at all? Does that feel
No,
weak?
it's expected.
You feel that, huh?
Yeah.
Did you feel anything pop?
That's
when it
pop.
happened?
No.
You don't remember?
You know what? The only thing that I felt pop was my knee.
Bring it over. Is there any pain?
Yeah.
Right in there?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh, not bad at all.
We'll get you in next.
Thanks.
This is it on your phone?
I got
You ever hear of Ultimate Fighter? It used to be on pay-per-view, and it takes martial arts that have been around for thousands of years, and it puts it in a format where you can demonstrate your skills against another guy who has skills of a varying art. I have a wrestling background. I might fight a guy who has a karate background. A lot of what it is people have bought into the stereotype. We're going to show you the bloodiest, goriest
Right.
fighting sport ever. Look at
I'm
it.
one of those people that thinks that it is.
Yeah, and really, it's
bothers
for a lot of people it should. I mean, but
Do we hate each other though?
oh, absolutely not.
Nobody does?
Absolutely not. No.
How can you go out and do that in life?
Well, you treat it as a profession. I don't go out and try to punch a guy's face in. Sometimes I have to.
Now, how you compare it to a baseball player? Some may be better hitters, they may be better fielders, but they have to know how to do it all if they're going to play on the top level. If you're going to be involved in the mixed martial arts or no holds barred or valley tudo events, you better know how to do it all, even though your specialty originally may be striking or punching or kicking or submissions or takedowns or whatever it is. And we want to keep this discussion going on about what's happening with the combat sports. Once again, on No Holds Barred, this has been Eddie Goldman on IATA Sports. Fighting predates human existence. Humanity just makes it as an organized sport. The intention of mixed martial arts was to get all the different fighting disciplines facing off against each other and see which one was best. It has existed in Brazil for some 70 or 80 years. Mark Kerr was another one of these great wrestlers that entered the sport because where is he going to get money in wrestling? It's not exactly something you do to support yourself.
You know what we used to do? This room right here, we'd wrestle, punch each other, kick each other, and my mom would say, "What's going on?" She would yell upstairs at us, and we'd stop, and one of us would open the door and go, "Nothing, we're just wrestling," but we were fighting. See, I had him whooped mentally because he was afraid of me. He was afraid of me.
My mom didn't want him to get into it, but he got into it after she passed on. She knew that he would get into it, though.
Like you have a couple of cock roosters and you put the razors on their feet and you get them out there and you let them go at each other until you kill each other and so on like that. No, I just didn't care for it.
Oh, my cousin gave us like $100
Thinking about it at the time literally would make me nauseous. Because I'm not a street fighter. Then finally I was like, I gotta do something. I have no money. I have absolutely no money. But I was so scared to death I wasn't even thinking about winning it. I was thinking about just not getting hurt.
I just thought it was really a bad idea. You know, I knew that he was a great wrestler, but what does he know about fighting? You know, I was like, Mark, man, I don't. So I think a little differently now.
Our next fight, this is highly anticipated. In the blue corner, the American freestyle wrestler, Mark Kerr, 28, 6'1", 260 pounds. He's from Toledo, Ohio. Freestyle wrestling is his forte. This is his first fight.
Before I fought Paul Warden, I remember taking about this much a sip of water, like in a Dixie cup, and like walking around and going, just heaving this little smidgen of water up that I had just taken in. My stomach, I couldn't hold anything down. At that point, I'm talking to myself and I'm going, you know, I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm fucking doing this. And the second I went out there, and the second it was in the ring, and the second the bell rung, it was totally different. It was like all that fear, anxiety, and tension and stuff was totally focused in on the other person. It was like, I'm gonna not beat the crap out of him, but I'm just gonna get this thing over with.
He's going right after him, very aggressive. Kick to the midsection that time, another front kick.
Little blood coming from the face of him.
Oh, huge takedown. Knees him in the face, and he knees him again.
Beautiful knees in the face. Strong right hands by Kerr.
Oh.
80 pounds heavier than Kerr.
He's just taking some brutal shots in the face.
But Kerr's just demonstrating some vicious power.
I asked Kerr before this fight is how he's going to win it. Look at him. Oh. Barnes can't take much more. He's a tough kid, but I'll tell you what, his face is just destroyed right now. It is crimson.
Sergio Bottarelli, what stops the fight?
Says they can't handle it anymore. That's right.
Barlin's on some serious cuts. Kerr is an absolute monster.
It kind of got me fired up, you know. It's like, okay, I can get in there and just manhandle these people.
Hulk trying to get out of the ring. Left the ring. He's taking shots.
This one situation with two possible outcomes. You're either going to beat somebody's ass or you're going to get your ass beat.
Oh, beautiful headbutt.
And then the question you ask yourself is, how competitive are you? What lanes are you willing to go to try to win? You going to poke him in the eye? Are you going to take your thumb and dig it in the cut and pull it open a little wider? Of course you will. Literally from that one tournament, it catapulted me into the spotlight.
Ultimate Fighting is a brand name, the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark the Smashing Machine Kerr!
The UFC wanted to take what they did down in Brazil and bring it to cable television in the United States. Most fighting before that would take place in a ring. Now you have a fenced-in area. They made gloves mandatory. They outlawed headbutts, kicking a downed opponent, groin shots.
And we're off.
and he's got such ferocity. Mark Kerr quickly going after his opponent. Oh, the knee delivered to the face. And a couple of right hands.
Look for that rear naked choke.
Turn and tap. Champion in Mark Kerr.
More people were watching the UFC in the mid-90s than were watching boxing and professional wrestling. The way they marketed the thing in the beginning was on the basis of brutality. And it brought in a ton of negative media attention that raised the ire of a lot of politicians. And they banned mixed martial arts from cable television. It just cut out the main source of revenue. The big marquee names could no longer be afforded by the UFC.
Pride started up at that time, and Pride started courting me to bring me over to Japan. Then they offered me a contract, and I jumped ship and went over to Japan.
Pride Fighting Championship came along in October '97. They had a number of advantages there, where they were able to outspend and outcompete the UFC. They have tons of money. They run big baseball stadiums. They'll get 30, 40, 50,000 people. It'll be on national television. And they brought in great fighters. Kerr went for the bigger money, and the bigger money was in Japan. Kerr was emerging as the #1 mixed martial arts fighter in the world. He's become an international star.
I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out, seeing me tonight.
I'm not close to my family right now. The closest person I am is to Dawn. And, you know, if that relationship doesn't exist on some level, I pretty much don't have any family.
He'll live. He wants his belly rubbed.
She really took over a role of, like, you know, organizing my house and getting my bills and paying them, and we kind of worked together.
Mark's the most important thing to me, and I've got to do what it takes to make that work, you know, because I want him in my life. I want children really bad, and I think Mark would be a wonderful father. It definitely is a passionate relationship, and I'm sure that's what's kept us together. It's funny, too, because girls will say, ugh, he's too big, but I'm definitely attracted to him. He wasn't fighting when I first started dating him. He was wrestling. At first, I thought it was really great because I knew he was so talented. And I knew it was a skilled fight as opposed to a street fight. And he makes a lot more money than most fighters do. I didn't realize what it entailed.
It's so scary to begin with, you know, and then to take some of the fear out of it, you know, you end up doing some things that you don't want to do or normally wouldn't do.
I'd met some people that would go pharmaceutical shopping in Mexico, and they just created a pipeline coming out of Mexico. Anything you wanted. You know, benzodiazepines, you know, Percocets, Darvocets, and then you start getting the liquid injectable stuff, you know. You can get Dilaudid, you can get morphine, you can get Nubain, you know, and they're all opiates. They take some of my fear away, some of my anxiety. You know, as far as the pain threshold, my pain threshold was off the scale. You know, I mean, I can get hit pretty damn hard and just keep going on. I fly to Japan on the 23rd. My opponent, he's not extremely skilled. He's just very tough. You know you're going to be in for a war. The contract, it said past contract 3,300. Okay?
It's a remaining.
Remaining. So for 1 month, no contract, no money.
Yeah, no.
Am I speaking too fast?
Yeah, please.
I knew Mark Kerr for a long time because I wrestled him in 1988. I was a senior in college, he was a freshman in college. So way back then I knew who Mark Kerr was. And we were competitors, friends also. And I just happened to get into the fighting game before he did. And then I was able to help Mark and get started, and we trained together. And he's doing very well right now.
Feel real strong, real powerful.
You know, I was considered the toughest man on earth, and everything was going so well. And then all of a sudden, you go through 2 years of the bad luck that I've had. It's tough.
I think it'll be one of the toughest fights I'll have had. Just that he has a lot of experience. You know, I'm gonna have to have a very good, clean fight, technical fight, you know, in order to win.
Do you remember when was the last time you lost a fight?
I've never lost a fight.
I'm sorry that we kept you waiting. We'd like to start our meeting from now on.
Now, the following actions are deemed to be illegal. Number 1, biting. Number 2, eye attacking, gaijin.
Number 3、頭突き。
Number 3, headbutting.
4、近的攻撃。
Now, in this position, the knee and kick to the face are fouls.
Please, sorry, I would like to make sure that we understand correctly. If the opponent is in the position when his face is upward, is it allowed for him to kick in the face?
11番なんですけども、こちらの英訳を見ますと、
I don't recommend people bring their wives or girlfriends to the fights because you need to be extremely focused and keep the distractions to a minimum.
Not so good. Yeah. Bad referee. Yeah. B, push hand, foul, no stop. Push hand, foul again, no stop. And then I'm on the ground, getting ready for him to call foul. He say match over. Wrong. Yeah, wrong referee. Okay, I'll stand. Okay, left.
for sure what the rules were. I was asking all through my match what I could do. I don't know. I mean, and he doesn't speak English, so like a lot of the Japanese are grabbing the ropes, but they're not calling that. A lot of the Japanese are kicking when they're on the ground, but they're not calling that. You know, so things change.
But you took them all. Took them all, man. Well, I mean, everything's going to heal.
Everything's going to heal, right. My hands aren't broke, you know. My feet are fine. My knees a little twisted. Head's a little banged
It's a battle.
up.
I mean, that guy is tough.
It was the hardest thing to watch somebody that you love being hurt like that. I never had to feel that feeling of being scared because he won all the time. I knew it before he even went in the ring. Mark barely trained for this fight, and 2 weeks prior to this fight, we were out drinking, partying, you know.
Took everything that guy had. Believe me, there's no worse feeling in the world than being out there and being tired. Mark Kerr was in my corner against Maurice Smith. He had the towel in his hand, and he really wanted to throw it in.
He's just tired. He's willing to turn his back. A kick by Smith. Those kicks will take their toll.
A right hand by Maurice Smith and a combination. There's the kick to the head.
New UFC heavyweight champion of the world.
It's a horrible feeling, so he will come back, and he's still a champion. He's a champion in my mind. He always will be. Give both champions credit. The man's a stud.
They're going to call it a no contest.
It's like the saying that, like, you know, it's risking everything because the reward is so good, you know? And it's like, the highs from the sport are like no other highs in the world. You know, like having, 12,000 people out there cheering for you. That's orgasmic. That's like high, and it's so raw because it's just two people out there competing in the most primitive form possible,
They talked to him about the no contest.
He says, I'm sorry. It was not intentional.
No, it's a natural reaction to me. My face was right there. It's a natural reaction. But from Pride 1 all the way to Pride 6, you're allowed to knee. And now for Pride 7, they changed the rules.
Yes.
They changed the rules. You're not. Because that's totally...
Extra round there when they said that other man. This is what you did. They said that other 5 minutes, man. I was like, gosh.
Very good.
I feel alright, though. My hand got...
Next time I try not... I don't...
My friend.
He was ready to fight anybody but you.
Maybe like 3.
3? Just yourselves.
See, and you don't have any strong pain medication? Narcotics, like opiates or like...
No. Must what's it? Certification.
Certification.
So.
Hey, Joan, what's going on? Here's a question for you. I was just calling Rob to see if he wanted to get me a script for maybe Voltaren or maybe something a little bit better. Voltaren's actually pretty soft on my stomach when I do take it. I guess it's just a pill, so it's just a one tiny pill. I mean, me preferably, I'd want it in injection form, except I can't come in there every day and get a shot that I need it. You know, I mean, that would be ideal. No, you can't do that. Is Rob in the office all day? You know, whenever he gets a chance to call me back, just have him do so.
Mark got up and said to me, and I was still in bed, and he said, you know what, don't ever leave me. And I said, there's only one way that I'll leave you. And he said, what's that? And I said, if you don't get clean, if you don't get off drugs.
The part that hurts is that when everybody else around you can see how fucked up you are, except you can't see yourself. You know, you can't see yourself, you know, lethargic, or you can't see yourself, you know, not sharp or right on, you know, but thinking you're right on top of your game. I've gone through all these routes, you know, trying to intellectually weave my way around it, saying, okay, listen, it's not bad, I got it under control, you know, and, you know, the fact is it's fucked up from top to bottom. Slowly, month by month by month, you know, it's like I lose a little more control, a little more control, a little more control.
How's your carrots? Anything else to eat?
There you go.
Yeah, she's out the window. Where does Daddy work?
Where do I work?
What's he do in Japan? He punches? What else does he do? Kick? Show me, how does he punch and kick?
Hey. I was a bouncer. Her and her two friends come walking in the door. I didn't check their IDs, I just let them in. She said she was a little older than she was.
And he said he was a little younger.
But then when I made my first appearance in the UFC, I told my real age and they posted it on the screen. I won rather easily.
When he was just flying through everyone, I thought it was just too easy for him. And think twice about it. Just Murph was going to win and no one could beat him. And then when he lost to Maurice, I've been scared ever since.
The sport evolved very quickly. The competition got stiffer very quickly, and you know, I didn't train as hard. I didn't improve. I stayed the same. Plus, I blew my knee out. I just became a father for the first time, and I needed to get paid. Fighting became much tougher at that point.
Looking for an opportunity to strike, delivering a couple of rights, and another. He got some rights in, and a left. A flurry of punches by Williams, and finally Coleman shoots for a left. Oh, the knee delivered to the face. Oh, Coleman's down. That's it. Unbelievable. The hammer is down. Williams has defeated Mark the Hammer Coleman.
It can't be good to lose. You learn a lot from losing. You just continue to march on and take things in stride. You got to keep your head up, and there's another day. That's most important to me right now, is to be ready for my next fight, because that's the one that matters. I got a family to feed, and I want to take care of them as best as possible. That's why I'm still fighting, and that's why I train very hard now, because I don't want to get hurt. I want to go home to my children.
Me and Mark, in the beginning of our senior year, me, Mark, and Coach Carlin, a bunch of us wrestling at the Empire State Games in Albany. That was craziness, man. First time I heard of Ultimate Fighting, I was living in Miami with my girlfriend at the time. You know, Mark was telling me, dude, you got to give this a shot, man. I flew out to Phoenix and Mark and I wrestled together. I listened to what he had to tell me, which was, you know, I would win more than I lost, but the guys I lost to would hurt me pretty good. I said, you know what? I'm going to go back to New York and be the best phone salesman that the city's ever seen. Every once in a while at like a wrestling tournament or something like that, I'd run into him. He's a pretty tough guy to get a hold of and terrible at returning phone calls, so kind of resigned myself to having a relationship on his terms. I was here in the office one afternoon and got a call from Mark Bateman. He wrestled at Syracuse also, and told me that Mark had overdosed on painkillers.
Mark's been admitted to the hospital because they're not sure that he's going to make it. And he can't stay awake for more than 30 seconds. I think he pretty much went wild, went crazy, just did everything he could get his hands on. They have an IV, they're taking blood, they have a heart monitor on him, and now they're going to do a CAT scan. I asked the doctor, is he going to be okay? And the doctor told me they don't know, that's why he's in here. So.
How you doing? Hanging in? You getting some sleep? You got sick, right? Oh, I got sick. Right? It was like that. It was bad. You should have told me I knew it. Oh, it was bad.
Because what happened was that somewhere earlier on, I had taken a sedative. They found me on the floor. Apparently, they called the ambulance. The ambulance came over, picked me up, and they can't get me to come out of it. I was like I was in a fixed state. I could hear. Matter of fact, I don't remember the ambulance ride. I barely did, because I remember that there was a whole series of questions, and I got a whole bunch of them wrong. I know I did. And he asked me what president it was, and I know I said like Ronald Reagan. I swear I said.
You're close.
Close, I was.
It's really, Mark. It's really a black and white issue.
You know what? Last night
we've been dealing with a gray area for 2 years, where
I've
you have a problem.
with
You
it.
told me about it for 2.5 years, and you know, that's why we're here. You know, man.
I know.
You know it.
We didn't take the trip because we like Phoenix, man. We want you to get better. 2 years is a long time to do that, man. It's gotta be done.
I know.
If this doesn't fucking shake you up, man, I don't know what's gonna. And if you don't fucking get some help, you're not gonna see the new year, man. You're not gonna make it. And it hurts for me to say that to you. But whatever it takes, man, we're here, you know?
You know, I had been concerned about him for a while as a friend, you know. And I think losing to Igor or whatever, the no contest, it was a blessing in disguise because I think it helped lead to him getting help. And I'm just very happy that he did.
Yeah, so I'm just getting ready to fight in 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
I'm okay.
Okay? It looks kind of creepy.
Just focus.
In the beginning, I was out there fighting on pure instincts. But when they took away headbutts, I had to learn a lot of other skills. Many people told me to stop fighting, give it up, you're over the hill, but I had children to feed, and I need some money. I'm getting up there in age, so I don't look that far down the road. I'm just looking to win this fight Sunday night and take it from there. It's going to be an incredibly tough fight. The guy's a monster.
Fique bem aqui com o cara de chuva. Fica do meu lado aqui. Look at the size of this job. Now his nickname is Godzilla. Come on, man. You won't hit the guy too hard. You gotta be gentle. You gotta be a gentleman. He goes, oh my man, I have 4 mouths to feed. This means no mercy.
How much?
Isso é um merda, Renan. Segura o braço dele, Renzo, que não vale cabeçada.
I definitely have my hands full, but whatever happens, happens. I'm going to be ready to go as soon as the bell rings. you differently when you lose, and they treat you differently when you win. Obviously, they treat you better when you win.
He needed me really bad when he was using. And now he's gonna have a lot of people and influences in his life other than me. And it's gonna require a lot of patience from me because I'm very jealous at times. I think he loves me, you know? I guess that's like my biggest fear. Is what if he realizes now that he's sober that he doesn't really love me like he thought he loved me.
Starting out from Sierra Tucson, the overall goal was to be sober. And that means sober from painkillers, sober from, you know, everything.
I've been in AA before for drinking. I was sober for about 1.5 years. I'll usually start at lunch and go meet my friends for lunch and start drinking there, and then go to happy hour, and then, you know, go change and then go out. And it's like an all-night thing.
You know, she just said, "Dear, listen, when you get out, I'm done. I'm not going to drink when I'm around you."
And I did make Mark a promise that I wouldn't drink when he was here, and I didn't keep my promise.
My sponsor's pretty insistent about me getting away from Dawn because she's still drinking and using, and me being in the environment, it's just a matter of time. I just feel really uncomfortable in the relationship. I mean, continuously. A lot of fighting, a lot of arguing. You know, I want the hell out of this thing.
Mark told me he didn't think the relationship was gonna work. That I couldn't support him through this, I couldn't handle it, and it wasn't gonna work. So I got my stuff and I left.
Pride wanted to hold a tournament and bring in the best from Europe, from Japan, from the United States, from Brazil, from everywhere, and hold a series of fights and crown a champion that will be recognized as the top guy in the world.
正直申しまして、かなり厳しい状況に、皆様ご承知の通り、
You know, before I was kind of wavering whether or not I was ever going to do this again.
遠征井上、対マーク・ケア
I still haven't figured it out. Whether or not I could do this and do it sober, you know, is the big thing.
And also we regret that we disappointed the fans because of the cancellation of the main card of Ensign Inoue versus Mark Kerr, and we apologize for the inconvenience.
You know, I told the company that I was sick.
Allergic. Seizures, heart, you know, almost heart stop.
You know, the amount of apologies to the different people involved, the staff, you know, the seminar is supposed to do.
Apologize for not making the seminar now. So to show.
They're saying, listen, the Japanese fans are starting to question, you know, if you're the fighter they thought you were.
First, I'd like to apologize for not having performed in this show against Ensign. I think I have a lot to make up to the Japanese fans. Thank you.
It's a tournament that everybody wants to be in. Unfortunately, me and Mark are both in this tournament. It's not a comfortable situation because we are good friends. But the winner's gonna get paid a lot of money, and neither one of us are in position to turn it down.
They didn't put them all in a one-day tournament. They set up an extended tournament. First, the 16 would have a single fight amongst each other, and the 8 winners would advance sometime later for a one-day 8-man tournament.
First round, I'll fight Ensign.
ろしいですか？こちらです。すみません。
We're in Los Angeles, California, to start to reestablish a relationship with Boss, who I'd worked with for probably 14, 15 months. I had a really good relationship with Boss. He's a great guy. You know, he's really intense, and, you know, a lot of the intensity and a lot of the technical expertise I can only get here.
Ready? Yeah. 2 minutes. 2. 4. Defense. 2. 2.5 years ago, we started training. We had a really good combination. He's the first wrestler who wants to learn something, who doesn't stick with the wrestling. He's the first smart one. And that's why he's so good. When he would come here every time for 4 weeks in a row, nobody can beat him.
Last year when I started getting into drugs and I started kind of isolating myself and I stopped coming out here, it just was almost one of the things where people who know you and know you over a period of time, when you show up when you're that, you know, junked out, they'll know something's wrong.
I see how tired Mark was last fight. He was overweight, too less conditioning. He should have come train with me before.
You know, as much as my body aches and it's sore and it's tired and stuff, I have a better gauge of what my body needs now as opposed to before, because I would just dope myself up to a point where basically functioning on all these injuries that should be addressed and totally ignoring it, masking it with doing pain meds.
What time tomorrow?
Same time.
Is it?
Elbows?
No, I wish.
Okay, no knees anymore, eh?
I don't think so.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they're really changing the whole game.
You know, they took all the weapons of Mark out. You know? There's no kneeing on the ground. There's no elbows. Come on, guys, what do you want to do? You know, that's Mark's specialty. Go to the side, meet the guy in the head, elbow him, you know? Now suddenly they take that out. And Anson is good. And he's a real good technician. Anson's gonna attack him real aggressive. You have to watch out.
Anybody that comes into my house and tries to step all over me, I'm gonna step on you first and kick you in the ass. And then I'm gonna throw you out.
Fight goes, go it back. Let Anson come and go back. Just don't let him hit you. And then take him down. And hit him in the head. Yeah. The whip effect is my body going backwards, see? I can push him a lot with punching and kicking. And I think that will give you the advantage.
It's difficult because it's you know, it's his field of expertise. He's a good striker.
Root with the knee. Tsuyoshi Kosaka. And another knee. Root's taken over. Root's taken over. It's over.
You know, standing up and kicking and punches is not my expertise, but it's nice to be able to spar with somebody that you know is going to help correct, you know, certain things that I'm doing technically wrong.
What I'm impressed with his power, his strength. I never felt somebody who was so strong. And he's still really fast and flexible, and yeah, he's impressive.
really, this is crunch time over the next 20 days. Working out, getting back in a groove and stuff, opens up a different doorway inside me. You know, at the second that I step in the ring, there's nothing more that I've experienced in my life that can make me feel that alive. You know, every single sense that I have is just juiced. Through a physical experience like a fight, I can have that much emotional letting. It's like a snake shedding its skin, like a new little rattle on the tail.
Before he goes to a fight, he's like, he's strange, he's not there, and it doesn't matter, you know, he just walks and he's gonna do the job, that's it. And that's a good thing, not many people have that.
Wow, that's the right way to, yeah? That's it. He's gonna feel it. Good. Knee and the right kick. Good. That's it.
We feel very confident watching your training.
Oh, good. Better heart.
Yeah, just don't make any mistakes.
I won't.
Just relax and
Yeah.
be yourself.
Best coach.
Yeah.
Best coach. So.
Why do I know that it's always coming?
They write something that's not true, it's very irresponsible. I think if someone writes an article without talking to me, then the article has no ground.
We have 16 men competing in 8 fights. We have from the Ukraine, the punching machine, Igor Vovchanchin. Also on the card, we have a classic matchup of Mark Kerr versus Ensign Inoue. Boss, that's going to be a great fight.
It's going to be a really great fight. I think there's a lot of conditioning work. Mark Kerr trained really hard for this fight. Last fight he was not in a good condition. This time he is.
Cole, you want to go out and have some fun?
What?
Good body shot, buddy. Nice,
Those 8 fighters will go into the finals, which will be May 1st, year 2000. The winner of the tournament gets $200,000. Now that's no chump change.
I don't think they're really going to put the guys against each other until that night, but I don't think there's going to be a whole bunch of easy fights. We actually had said this almost in joking, and we said, you know, if someone put $150,000 on the table, we couldn't turn it down, we'd have to fight. If someone's got $200,000 on the table now, so pretty much we'd have to scrap, you know. Not scrap the friendship, but we'd have to fight. And I think I'm more athletic than Mark. You know, I think that I have better technique than him, but it'll all be whether or not I can apply it.
We've been trying to figure out where we're at with our relationship and where he's at emotionally and mentally.
After a fight, I feel vulnerable. I want that comfort or security, or I want someone to be able to share in that, you know, not the high of what I did, but the emotional depression that comes afterward.
No more injuries. What I hear, what Mark told me, that he has to fight, and she comes home drunk and starts kicking the door and holding him out of his fight. You can't do that. You know, you have to be relaxed. If you're training and you have a lot of stress at home, so you can't sleep, that's bad. Then you don't want to go fight it. They have to get separated. That's what I think, you know? And that's it.
So tomorrow I was thinking I could train for an hour or something, and then just I gotta take off and start driving. Unbelievable.
Next week, what are you gonna do? Who's gonna do it for you?
I gotta figure it out.
Because you want to keep this level now.
I know.
You heard me talking to him. I wish that he could stay until he leaves to Japan, because I think he needs that. I think he needs to push. How late you feel? very light. That's fun. Hey, see you spare? Okay. You guys have some fun. Make him tired.
You know, I don't really enjoy hurting anybody, but I want to be a champion, and that's what I'm here to do. I just try not to think about him or our friendship because it is something that's going to be difficult. It'll be a tough, ugly fight. If it happens, hopefully it's in the finals at least.
Oh, well, saved your ass.
Shaving the head for the next match or particular reason?
Well, you know what, man? I'm shaving it about 3 weeks out because if I don't like it, man, at least I get a little stubble grow. I can maybe rough them up a little bit.
There you go. It's like a razor blade.
Some days we're really good together. Some days we laugh and everything's fine, and then I don't know what happens those other days.
Honey,
Yeah.
where'd you run into Rick Bear?
I've never met him.
Where did you run into him last night?
I've never met him.
He just called you out of the blue.
He called me and asked me if I wanted to go.
He's setting it up. You're right. Okay, I understand.
Over the last couple months, I've tolerated, I think, more than I did the first 3 months. You know, as far as me having a couple beers now and then, what's the big deal? You know, I was jamming needles into my arm 10 times a day. Wednesday, I got home and she was just being really difficult, and I got really angry, and she got really obstinate. You know, it was this argument about how she fits into my life, where her place is in my life, and it's not a place, you know, that she's very comfortable being at all. And it escalated to a huge fight. Then from there, it just kept escalating, and then she won't leave the house. 3 hours later, the only way I got out of the house was to call the police. You know, the only way. I mean, in the process, she grabs my, thank God they weren't loaded. She grabbed my handguns under the nightstand, and, you know, then grabs a razor and starts gouging it into her arms and stuff. So I got the crap.
winning in this event. It'd be a great crowning piece for my comeback from where I was.
Which fighter would you like to win, like either Mark Kerr or Fujita?
Difficult question. I'm not going to answer that question.
If Mark Kerr wins, like, isn't it hard for you to fight with Mark Kerr?
Yes, it's going to be very difficult. We've been friends for a long time. I know him very well, but I have a family to support, and I'm not going to hold back, and I'm sure he's not going to hold back.
大変それは難しいです。というのも彼とはずっと友達でしたし、彼のことをよく。
What do you weigh, Kerr?
107.5 kilos.
104 kilos.
Are you serious? Want to see all that stuff?
Unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Prime 2000 Fighting Championship first match.
Jab, Mark, jab. Right up. Flick the jab.
There you go. There you go. Let's go, let's go.
10 minutes into the round.
Pass it. Knee. Oh, good body shot. Good body shot, buddy. Nice, nice. Uppercut, uppercut, uppercut. There you go. There you go, he's hurt, buddy.
You want candy? Fuck, but I couldn't believe because his knees were so hard on his fucking head. I fucking hate him, man. It's strange. Mark?
Yeah.
Mark?
Yeah.
Remember me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Well, he's just.
You need sus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Yes, you need
full cut.
stitches.
He's literally couldn't move. I had exactly the same experience one time in a fight. I had to stop. That was, I can't move. Yeah, you can't do shit. I was like,
Just dead.
Couldn't breathe anymore. Yeah, it's over.
There's no sugar.
I'm going back to the table. I have to do the work, okay? Relax, okay? I have to make my money, otherwise I'm gonna be upset.
Just keep your head up. This is just one day. That's all it is, man. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it at all.
He's not coming next round.
I know.
It's just the win call.
One of the best days of my life. The birth of my daughters has to be the best. But I was so far down for so long. Everybody gave up on me.
and I didn't quit, and now I'm the champion again. And I'm so very happy and thankful to the Lord. Obviously, without him, it's not possible.